All right, so 3, 2, 1. Hey, man.
Hey,
how you
what's
doing?
up, man? I'm good. How are
Hey,
you?
Jack. I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Good. Glad to
good.
be here. As always.
What have you been up to?
Oh,
glad to be here too, man.
I went to. I took the kids to get some ice cream today. That was nice, Mr. Softy, which ironically was my first porn name. I
Only you could compartmentalize your brain and talk about taking your kids to get ice cream and your short but fruitful career in porn.
Yeah.
Did you ever film yourself having sex?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't film myself, but there was film at one point. Yeah.
Right. Do you have it on a tripod, or was someone
There's
actually shooting the film?
Someone shooting.
Oh, so that was that part of the whole act, or like?
What do you mean?
Like what? Like,
yeah,
were you doing it specifically to create a porn, or was it?
Yeah.
Was that person part of it, or were you having fun with a few different people, and then that one person stepped out and picked up a camera? Like
that?
How did that? That's what happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then, did you watch it after?
I did not. I have no desire to see myself having sex. Yeah, I did not. No.
That's because
it was for them.
Now Tammy once said, "Hey, we should film ourselves," and I was like, "No, we shouldn't." Like I was like, "No." So
right.
you
tell her to get on top. Then you can lay down, suck your belly in a little bit. You'll be fine.
But laying down, right? It actually naturally would go in a little more, right?
Yeah. So. And then she got to do all the work, and her hair will get all messed up. Yeah. You want everybody to see that? Look at your hair. Look at your fucking eyeliner.
So you've got that all planned out. So that's interesting.
They used to, because I used to work a lot at night and shit when I was with the doing the suites and so on and so forth. So my ladies back at the house used to they would take videos all the time of each other, or both of them, or whatever. So I had a little collection there for a while. Yeah, it was nice.
It was like a mini cult, right? Just
it was.
Reminds me of a little Nexium.
It was me, her.
Were you the only? Were you the only?
Her mom. Her mom lived there too, but she didn't. She wasn't really a part of that stuff.
Would you have considered it? Was she a hot mom? No. Okay.
No.
You would not have considered it.
I had one hot mom though. Once, one time I met a chick and she brought me back to her house to hang out, and by the time we got back there, we were like disgusted with each other. So she like left me there, and her mom was there, and her mom was pretty hot. So I ended up banging her mom. She was pissed off. She came home. I was still there. She's like, "Why are you still here? What are you, psycho?" I'm like, "No, I was banging your mom."
Are you kidding me?
No.
And then,
yeah, because she was pissed because she thought like I was sitting there like stalking her. Like, why are you still at my house? I told you to go.
Right.
You didn't want to talk. You're an asshole. I'm a bitch. Whatever. I was like, yeah, but your mom is cool. Bitch is in the kitchen making me some bacon right now. Like,
wow! Imagine her life, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they were crazy. They were like it was like a mom and daughter, and like the mom, drank and partied and shit, that. So the daughter gets away with everything. They lived on the beach, you know what I mean? It was just that kind of, It's perfect for, banging someone's mom.
So was this a one-time, just a one-night stand, or did you continue?
I didn't know any of them. No, I never didn't know him before. Didn't talk to him after.
You just you got laid, got some bacon, and got out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. That was the actual title of my first attempt at a biography.
Oh, your biography, man! I cannot wait till you write that fucking biography.
Laid,
so back to the the filming of the porn.
Oh, hey,
that was
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Gill?
Dude, what the
Oh,
fuck?
you know what? You're not pixelate. Whoop, I spoke too soon. There you are.
We're talking
Can you
about
hear us?
filming
Testing.
and having sex.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. Okay, this concludes the Tim and Jack show. Jack, thank you for talking about your pornographic exploits with cameras.
Wait, hold on. What did I miss?
Dates, moms. Oh, you'll have to listen to the tape, Gill.
Yeah, you
It's a lot of fun. So, but one of the things we did figure out was you've heard of the Hadron Collider, right? You know what that is?
Are you asking Jack or me?
No, I know. Jack knows now because we talked
He
about
already
this.
asked me.
but-
I didn't know, but I do.
Do you
now,
know what
so
it
I
is?
Okay.
get to ask Mark.
No, I
know
don't.
What
What is it called?
It's called the Hadron Collider, and it's this
Hadron Collider.
It's this 3-mile ring in Switzerland, and it was built so that scientists could fire atoms at each other and make them hit, and create these kind of mini black holes. But for the first 7 years with it running, it kept breaking down, kept having all these odd things happen to it. And one of the actual theories was that someone from the future was sent back to sabotage the Hadron Collider because the scientists succeeded and created a kind of a black hole that started to devour the Earth. And the only way they could was to go back in time to stop it. And so the reason I'm saying that is that Jack and I thought maybe the three of us having a conversation, we would somehow, in that conversation, something would happen. Someone would hear it and maybe create some horrible, devastating event so that down the road in the future. So they sent someone back from the future to come
Stop this. Yeah.
and
I
stop
guessed
this
that it
from
was
happening and sabotage your internet, right? So we examined. So I don't know if you know this, but Jack has had not one but 2 accidents with dump trucks at different times, and we thought maybe the time traveler was trying to run him down with a dump truck, right? Because you figure if you get in a car accident with a dump truck, the dump truck's going to win, right?
It does usually, yeah.
Right? So that's a pretty smart thing. So we thought maybe kind of like a John Connor type, Terminator type comeback.
Travelers.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but now that you're here, that theory just falls apart on a number of levels. But most importantly, the level is that you're here and we're actually talking to you. So
There's no time traveler to stop me from what I'm about to do.
what are you gonna do? Take off your shirt? What are you gonna do? I don't know.
Ain't nobody. No, this is my favorite shirt actually. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Let's see that
honestly,
shirt. What
I
is
don't-
that shirt?
What was that?
What is that shirt? It looks cool. I
It's
see it.
it's a rendition of Bicycle Day.
What's
so
Bicycle Day?
I'll get into it
1943.
right now. But 1943. So this is Albert. Can you see it? There we go. So the square is it's a hit of acid.
Oh.
So in 1943, that's when Albert Hoffman accidentally discovered acid.
And I rode his bike home.
LSD.
He stopped in
Yeah,
the
he took
field,
his
right?
bike ride.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
April 19th, 1943.
Nice.
Took that magical bicycle ride.
April is a trippy month, man. With 419 and 420. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that edible's getting to me now. I think the edible had something to do with what was going on with my internet. It's a variable of things. It's not. It wasn't just my internet. But anyways, we're here now.
All right.
Tim and
So
Jack.
3, 2, 1.
Jack and Tim.
Yeah, what a shit show you got the other 43 minutes of the tape, man. Sorry.
What the? No, not
yeah.
even. I can't wait to go back to listen to that. I'm excited that we're back now.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah. So, you were saying something about how beautiful my voice was.
Yes,
before
that's exactly where we.
started.
That's exactly where we saw. You do have a beautiful voice, man. I freaking love
Thank
your
you.
voice. It's
Thank
and
you.
there's the way you talk and Jack. What did you say, Jack? You have the best. Gill has the best stoner voice, or if he's not stoned, he sounds stoned.
Right.
So
Really?
I said what Tim
yeah.
tried to do your voice, and you'll hear
Like,
it. He
it
tried
didn't
to
work.
do it. And I
It
said,
didn't?
It was it was
No.
okay.
Was that-
It was a nice effort.
It was-
I said I don't think you can actually do Gill's voice unless you're high. Like you sound so high that I think you have to be high in order to replicate it. That's just my thought.
Tim, I have to hear this.
I can't do it. I can't do it with you. Yeah,
No,
it's on there.
yeah,
You'll hear
Go
it.
back the tape.
Yeah, you can.
You'll hear it.
All right. I'll
You'll hear it.
rewind back the tape.
You'll hear
But
it.
what did you guys do to recharge in your guys' break? Like
Not
Jack was telling me that
podcasts.
you. Well, Jack was telling me that that you guys were kind of like a practice mode and kind of reevaluating a couple of things. How do you guys do that?
Well, so Jack and I, there's something about when Jack and I start to think about things together that there's a creative process, and it doesn't, for me, it doesn't happen unless I'm creating with Jack on a lot of things. And so we just started to toy around with other ideas, like what else could we do? What about this? What about that? So it was fun because we had been so focused on Bad Counsel for so long. And it was getting hard for me to laugh. It was just getting boring. It was just,
Wow.
It
See, I
just
told you
became
he's mean.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it became formulaic. Like it didn't feel, we didn't have the spark. It wasn't exciting. We weren't pushing ourselves. And so I asked for a break, and
So it was you.
Yeah, I did. Well,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Did you try to break? Like, did you break send that risky text message to like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something? Hey, you know what? I think we need to take a break.
So
I need to
how I actually did it was
recharge.
I talked to Jack, and I shared with him what I was thinking and feeling, and talked through it with him. And then, of course, he always just, kind of, okay, we'll go think about it. And I went and thought about it, and then I brought it up to Gregg and Jack. So, and they were good. They were good. They give me a lot of leeway.
And how long was it?
It was almost 2 months.
Oh, the
Was
break?
it 2 months? It was that
Almost.
long?
Not quite.
Yeah.
Month and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost. Yeah, it was like 10, 11 weeks. Yeah.
Damn. It didn't even seem like that long,
That's because the holiday.
honestly.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I kind of took a month off. I didn't do jack shit in January. I kind of hit
Same.
February.
Well, that's why it fucking seemed like it was
really
so
hard.
because you weren't doing it either.
Right?
I took a couple of hits of acid, and all of a sudden I woke up. It was March. I don't know.
And I have to do a podcast with Bad Counsel, Tim and Jack later. Yeah. No, that's cool. What you were saying that you were listening to podcasts throughout that break, or
Oh yeah, I'm always listening to podcasts, but we were just engaged in a creative pursuit to see like what other podcasts could we do, because Jack is the most creative person I know. He's constantly creating, he's constantly thinking through things, and it's whether he's at work, whether fantasy sports, whether it's podcasting, he's an idea guy.
Ooh.
And Jack, I love you, so don't get upset when I say this, but he's an idea guy. He's not a I'm gonna go do it guy, right? So
okay, one of those.
So
Okay.
I'm the kind of, oh, that sounds good, and then we talk about it, and then he basically sells me on it by making me think I have some say in it, and then I get all excited and I say I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I go do it, and that's basically our creative process.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So, is there anything?
I do have a little more
for the
input on the
future?
creative stuff.
I was
but
going to
what's
say, he's more involved on the creative
Yeah.
side than I am on the doing it side.
No.
Fair enough. No, not yet. We did not.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, right? So we're these guys who put out this great podcast, right? A lot of people listen to it. It's people around the world, but we have not monetized it, and it's not so we keep thinking, what's our challenge is, can we find a better idea than the idea that Jack came up for Bad Counsel, and we haven't yet.
Jack, this was your idea? Bad
100%.
Counsel was yeah?
It was
Yes.
Yeah, originally kind of like I kind of put it together, but again, out of like I said, the three of us did a different show, a less listened to show with a buddy of ours, and we it was more of a practice run and such. But there were things that happened within that show that kind of that I started thinking, man, like if we could bottle that up and figure out a way. So the concept really was more about me, Tim, and Gregg at the time, and our abilities and the way we work together, and then trying to find an avenue that would set itself up for that. And a lot of our humor and entertainment, in my opinion, especially Gregg and myself, is on reacting, right? Is on coming back. And so the more I thought about it, I was like, man, what if we did an advice show, but flipped it, and instead of trying to help the people, we came up with the craziest, fucking wildest, silliest fucking answers we could. And I just thought, like I said, it was a good avenue. Tim, like I said, is phenomenal.
Damn.
Obviously, as a host, you can hear it. The guy's got a fucking phenomenal voice.
Oh yeah,
he does a great job of planning, of putting it together, and then of actually, again, there's only three of us, but we're not the easiest three to keep on track. So, and then Gregg, again, guy's quick, witty, funny, snarky, and and
it's best when he's snarky.
And
his humor really shines. Then.
I've been around some, so I have some experiences, and I get to kind of share some of those, and so yeah, I called Tim. I said, hey, I think this is it. What do you think? And it all, like, it's funny because we did the first show and we're like, all right, these are the things we absolutely are not going to do when we start the next one. We've learned our lesson. We know. And so we really thought that the process at the beginning was going to take a lot longer because, the first time we're like, what should we name it? This. Okay, nobody will ever fucking remember that. What should we, so everything. So this one, we're like, all right, we're going to make sure we take our time and make sure we got the name, and we're going to fucking have the logo done. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it seemed like something was going to take, 6 months of fucking planning to get it to where we wanted it. And all of a sudden it just started falling into place. And, talked to Gregg, and the next thing I knew, it was a few weeks later, and we were recording our first show. So
it was, if I remember correctly. So on our previous show, someone had written in and asked the advice, and it was I think it was a drug dealer in Texas who.
Oh yeah.
Right, the drug dealer. His dealer
was
she
a
wanted
woman
to have
that wanted him to have sex with her, like when he came over to get the drugs, and he would because he's a dude. But then he got a girlfriend, and so he was having a problem, right? Whether or not, he like felt guilty. But his girlfriend smoked weed. So she would want him to go get the weed, but he knew that meant that he was going to end up cheating on her. He's like, listen, so in his head, he had to try to determine which is better, which is, it was quite the question, actually. So anyway, so that was on the old show, and we, that was
but
probably
but it was the advice. It was the advice that you and Gregg gave him. Yeah. And that was the seed. So it was born in this other show that we treated completely like a garage rock band. Like it was just, we just did whatever the fuck we wanted. We didn't care. We had the most punk dude as the fourth host. It was about a subject that was so niche that no one would ever fucking find it because we named it also something that was completely different, although very accurate for the show. It was just... I don't know, man. It was just so irreverent. It was so, we didn't give a shit how many downloads we had. But despite all our best efforts, there were people that listened.
Yeah, that was the crazy part. We're like, holy shit! Like, there's only so many each of us only have 4 friends. How the fuck are we getting 18 people listening to this thing?
And that was the one, the drug dealer sending us a note in, and it was just And then this is where Jack's brilliance comes, right? So Jack will see that, and he can actually, the future can unfold for him, and he can kind of line it out. And it's, I mean, I've known Jack for more time that I've been alive than not. Like I've been friends with Jack for a long fucking time, and he's been able to do this forever. And we've had tons of ideas, but this is really the first time that we truly kind of connected on this.
Yeah, we were all like, everybody was like, you know, yes, like there was no hesitation, there was no, everybody was up for it and thought it was and we've had a fucking blast. It's been a blast. Again, you know, all of a sudden we were fucking 50 shows in. We're like, holy shit! But it's been fun. I like I said, I agree with Tim that I think all of us needed a little recharge. Tim more than the rest of us, but all of us did, and I think it was good. It's
hard work what you guys do.
Well, it's harder.
Tim, you're a fucking madhouse, bro.
Yeah, but for them to improv the whole, like, they have to create the character in their mind that they see, then they have to play off that. They have to fucking be funny. Like that's hard work.
It's absolutely hard.
Yeah. So, they're very, very funny dudes.
Yeah.
They're both published writers, so they have all the requisite requirement for it, but it's still fucking hard. And then they'll have me, and sometimes I'll tell them, you got to be funny, and then that's not good because then I fucking kill the show because they're pissed at me. But yeah, it's a very interesting. Jack and I literally can spend. This is not I'm not exaggerating or anything. We can spend 3 to 4 hours on the phone working through creative ideas.
Damn, really?
It's unbelievable. It's but we didn't, and we've done this for 20 plus years, right, Jack?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it started.
It's kind of
Sheila's
strange
porch.
Relationship.
Yeah. I think it started really because, and no offense to the rest of our friends, but there was a group of us that would hang out and get wasted and get high and shit on Sheila's porch. We call it. It was one of our buddies' girlfriend's mom, and I think Tim and I just kind of gravitated towards each other because our conversations were just a step above the normal conversations of that the things we had done and read and seen. So we ended up Tim was dating my buddies, right? Or no, my buddy was dating your what was it? Is that it?
No, so Mikey was friends with Boris. Boris was
right.
dating my sister.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
But my sister didn't smoke, but Boris did. And so I was like, fuck yeah, Boris, where are we going? And so we went to Sheila's porch. And then one day, Jack shows up, and he walks up, and he's with his gal at the time, who he immediately ignored as soon as he sat down. We started talking because we started talking about it was Green Day was our first conversation. It was Green Day. I think American Idiot, was it? No. What album just came out? 93. You had listened to it on the way in from Coco.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck album was that? Anyway, we can look it up. But so, oh man, I don't even know if your listeners are going to be interested in this. This sounds so fucking weird.
My listeners are all weird, so it's fine.
All right, well, welcome. I feel much better.
Me.
So it's just but it's a weird, like, this beginning of a bromance. I'm talking, but so we went from music into movies.
Yeah.
And so at that point,
we connected on David Lynch, some
David
Twin Peaks
Lynch
talk, and then just
Tarantino.
A little the outskirts kind of stuff, and So and I don't have a lot of friends. People tend to annoy me, honestly, in general. So I have like a handful of.
More
really
people
good
think
friends.
they're his friends than are actually his friends.
Exactly.
That's how.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that, Jack. Yeah. I understand.
No, Tim
completely,
is
100%.
I think I have 2 or 3 friends that I've known longer than Tim, and that's it. So.
And how long is that?
what's 93, right? Almost 30 years, 28 years.
30, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Longer than some of your listeners have been alive.
That's longer than probably that I've been alive.
How old are you?
This year I will be 31.
Yeah, okay, so you were alive. But you were just running around in diapers, man. You weren't you were
Shitting
just a
everywhere.
kid. Yeah,
putting
yeah.
shit in my mouth. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You're an old soul,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
I
Really?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I agree with Jack, yeah.
Hearing you talk and talking to you, you definitely, I perceive you as being at least, mentally above the 30. Like you sound like you've been around for a minute. So, yeah. It's a compliment.
Usually I have like the strangest like psychedelic experiences that go like that drop in line with how old I perceive myself to be. It's just strange. It's the weirdest thing when I hear people tell me that. Like, oh, you seem like just
it probably
from
has
what
something
you
to do
said.
with it, dude. Seriously, like I acid and mushrooms and so on and so forth. A lot of that stuff. I did a lot of it when I was younger and through the years, but I spent the good part of a couple months tripping like by myself on a beach. Like I lived in a condo on a beach, and I would go out at night and lay in the sand and watch the stars and listen to the fucking ocean and think about time for 6 weeks straight. You know what I mean? Like, so there's absolutely something to be said about expanding your yeah, for sure. So
it's weird because like in the moment it's not like time is irrelevant, but you're also thinking about time. Like it's relevant in that time, but then again it's not relevant. You know what I mean? So it's just strange experiences. Like that time at the beach that you talked about, Jack. That actually is what drove me into Bad Counsel, was your acid story and the beach.
That's a great story.
Which one? The one with the shark?
When you were no,
I love it when he asked like
that was that was in our other podcast. The shark. Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
I got
when you got
the car one where we
when you needed
rent.
Yeah.
That was a fucking crazy night.
Yeah.
I
Tim, that drew me in.
Well, I got to tell you. So that story, a lot of the way Jack tells it, right? It sounds like he just does it right off the top of his head, right?
I was in there. Yeah.
We spent 4 weeks on that. So that story is at least he cut out 90% of what happened that night.
Really?
Yeah,
that is not
story.
That is not a
there
lie.
Was more?
It's true. No, it's a true story. He told me the whole story, and this is what I'm talking about. Where we worked on this. We workshopped that story for 4 fucking weeks, and so what came out was still the truth, but it was, I guess, edited. Right? I guess you'd say that it was edited.
Yeah.
And because he took out all the, if you go back and listen to that story, there's no extra detail in there that you don't need to move the story forward. It's an amazing story. It's entertaining. It's fun. But he worked on the pacing of it. He worked on the details of it. He knew what he wanted to have happen and when, and he fucking nailed it. It was amazing.
Okay. Holy shit.
That's
so
so
was...
good. Jack, see, man, I told you that was a great story. And he just pulled that out. I'm so happy that you said that. You don't know how hard this guy worked on that story. It's fucking incredible.
That's what drew me in. Like, I was like, fuck yeah. Like,
we should do more of that, right?
Yes, exactly, yeah. Holy shit.
So I got another one on that we tripping on the beach. And this time I was with a buddy of mine, and he was a little more even advanced than I was. So we took quite a bit, probably too much. I can't remember how much, but it was a lot. And we were standing there talking. He wanted me to go in the water. It's nighttime, middle of the night, He's like, come on, man, let's go in the water. I was like, fuck you. I'm not going to the goddamn water in the middle of the night tripping. Like, what are you, fucking crazy?
Yeah.
And so he's like, no, it's cool. And he's like, dude, you just got to chill, man. And he starts
cool,
talking
man.
to me, in this tone of voice, and everything's good, man.
Come
And
on, man.
I didn't realize it, but he's
love
like
that.
walking me into the fucking water while we're talking. He's like, yeah, fucking loving me. And all of a sudden, I'm fucking walking with him into the fucking water. I see I'm fucking knees deep. I was like, you motherfucker. He's
Yeah.
like, no, just a little longer, man. Just come out here, get up to our waist. And so I did, I followed him out. We got to our way, and I swear to God, we were staying about waist deep, maybe a little deeper, and something hit the side of my leg. Something decent sized hit the side of my leg, and I was tripping my fucking ass off. I ran on top of the water back to I left him, left his ass. I'm out of here, and fucking hauled ass as quick as possible to get out. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of not only a shark, it's a fucking, sea dragon that's going to fucking pull me down to the bottom of the ocean. And so I get to where I can, fully walk and work through, probably, I don't know, 15, 20 feet from shore. And these dudes come like running down the beach towards us, yelling and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, now I'm tripping. I got shark behind me with my fucking buddy. I got these guys fucking running around, I'm like, what the fuck do they want? And I get out of the water. They run up. They're like, dude, you're fucking crazy, man. Fucking surfers and shit. Like, you're fucking crazy. There's fucking chum all over the water, bro. There's fucking sharks out there. And they fucking point. I'm standing literally like 5 feet away from like half of a fucking turtle or something that got eaten in the fuck. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I freaked. So, and then I realized that I left my friend out there. So now I'm tripping, waiting. I'm not going to get him. So now I'm just standing on the edge, waiting to see if my friend makes it back or not while I'm fucking tripping my balls off. So that was another time. Yeah. We've had some good times.
Holy shit. Do you trip much like indoors? Like a Sacramento setting? Like I've heard a couple of your stories, but I have to ask that, like, if you experienced that type.
Yeah, I when I first started doing it, it was just fun, right? We would take acid and watch Ren and Stimpy and shoot each other with BB guns and stuff like that. Just fun, silly shit,
right.
Yeah. And then
fun.
And then, dude, the second time,
very fun.
Fire weapons at each other.
The second time I did it.
Let's shoot each other on acid.
That's fun. Yeah, that's fun.
It's BBs.
That's my buddy Jack. Yeah.
They're little. That house, by the way, the one that we used to shoot each other with BB guns, when we left that house, we lived there for a couple of years. When we left, they had to remove it. Like, they didn't even bother fixing it up. They just, like, picked it up and drove it away.
Damn.
So, the second time I did acid, I had done it, out at parties with friends, high school, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is the fucking shit, right? So then I got some more, and I brought it back to my buddy and my brother. And I'm like, dude, you guys got to try this. We're all going to do it together. It's fucking amazing, blah, blah, blah. So we all take it. And this is my brother's, house, who lives with my parents. So I wasn't living with my parents at the time. I moved out when I was 15. But I came back to bring them acid and hang out with them at my parents' house tripping. So we're in his bedroom watching, like, snow on the TV or whatever, right? And and my fucking dad comes home, and I didn't really kind of do the math and put it all together, but I haven't talked to the dude in like fucking weeks. So all of a sudden he wants to have like an hour and a half long conversation at the fucking table about how life's going. Yeah. So I sat there tripping my ass. I'm like, every other thought is, can he tell? No, I'm doing good. Can he tell? Can he tell? And then later on, I realized that, he was probably tripping too, so it was probably okay.
Do your pupils like get really, really black? I notice mine don't. It's weird.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or maybe they do. I don't know.
I try not to
can't
look
tell.
in the mirror when I'm tripping. Looking in the mirror can take hours sometimes.
The last time I did that on MDMA, like, I passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was disturbing. Like, I was just like looking at my eyes, and then the next thing I woke up like on the floor. I was like, holy shit. Like, what happened? Yeah. Fuck that. I'm not looking at the mirror anymore. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I know we were talking about it before too. It's been a minute since I've done any of that stuff, and I have really very little desire to do LSD anymore. The last few times I did a lot, man, a lot. And the last few times I did it, wasn't the best experience.
Gotcha.
Which, again, but mushrooms, so we're actually, like I said, me and the beautiful Miss Jojo are actually trying to set ourselves up here for in the near future. We're going to take a weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like a good macro dose.
Yeah.
Kickstart your week.
Yep.
Your month.
Yeah, why not?
I remember during the pandemic, dude, it was like every 2 weeks. I'd probably do like a half an eighth.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had the time. It was
at the time, the drugs were there. Right. The fuck else was there to do?
Right.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. But another thing that I'm looking into is microdosing, and that's become like very fucking popular.
Yeah.
Like
I got a buddy
over the last couple of fucking months.
Daily, yeah. It's like he brushes his teeth, and he takes a little bit of acid, and it goes on about his day.
Oh, really? So he's microdosing with acid.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I never thought of that one. Huh.
Well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know what he's doing, actually. But yeah, I know he's microdosing. That I do know. And he does it on a daily basis before he goes to work.
Gotcha.
At Subway to make you guys sandwiches.
You got to do something to pass the time on that job, right?
Dude, hold on. Like, honestly, this whole story, I was imagining Jack's friend, like, waking up early in the morning, combing his hair, fixing his tie, getting his suit ready.
No.
Kind of like the businessman taking, up at Northern California, works for like a big business or tech company that he's dropping acid, but no, he works at Subway.
No, yeah.
Oh.
I did.
Gotcha.
I think I told the story on the show about when I was in Orlando. I connected with some doctors, and they used to try get mushrooms from me all the time. They wanted mushrooms constantly, and
the doctors.
The doctors, yeah, they would try, and they would come to the games. Remember, I told you I worked at the sporting events, and they would come to the games and eat them, and then go sit in the VIP fucking end zone and just fucking go crazy.
Oh shit!
And,
what the fuck?
One time I went
That's weird.
to drop something off at their house, and it was like a Friday night or Saturday night, like big fucking party, and it was like, even for me, like I was like, holy shit, I need to get out of it. This is too decadent. Like there were just naked chicks everywhere, drugs all over the place, like all over the place. And then some dude walking up and down the hall. It sounded like he was like telling somebody how to give surgery or something. Then he stops, comes over, does a line, grabs the phone again. I'm like, holy fuck, what are you doing, bro? And, oh, God, I hope I never get sick again. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. They were fun guys, though. I just never went back.
Oh, my gosh. And this guy was just taking whatever the fuck and giving advice on surgery.
No, he was absolutely jacked up, and like I said, it sounded like he was telling somebody how to, like, seems fucking intense, but I mean, hey, maybe they lived, maybe they didn't, you never know.
Tim, Jack just has like the coolest stories.
He really does. Easy to be a friend with, right? He's just these, and if you didn't know him, you'd think that can't be true, but they are true. Like I lived through not some of the better ones with you, but I've definitely lived through some with you, and
I find better.
Yeah. I think more entertaining. I think you've done some really crazy shit. You were getting older when we met. Yeah. Wilder.
True.
Yeah.
Tim, are you still doing a lot of traveling these days?
I do. Yeah.
Where are you at? Are you in Florida, Oregon? Because I know that you spent some time in Oregon, right?
Yeah, I spent a decade in Oregon. I was there for 10 years. But
okay.
Yeah, so
quite some time.
Yeah, I live in Tampa, Florida, man. I'm in the greatest state in the nation, man. This place is fucking awesome. Yeah. So I lived here. So I grew up in New England, right?
Okay.
A little Puritan up there, and then moved to Florida when I was 18, and lived in Florida for a long time. That's where I met Jack. Of course, he's
Florida.
He hasn't been out of Florida much at all. Anyway, yeah. So I live in Florida, man, and both my kids moved down here too, and they're like, people in Oregon think they're liberal, but people in Florida are really liberal because they just don't give a fuck. 'Cause everybody's a freak. Everybody's a freak, man. Just they don't care. Like, I mean, the shit you would see. Just today, the shit I would see on the road, on the side of the road, and in the store, like what
on the side of the road.
Just who's walking, what they look like, what they're wearing, what's in the cars, how the car's painted. I mean, it's just this state is it's indescribable in my opinion. It is first of all, it's a place that never should have been populated. It's literally
Swamps.
3/4 swamp.
Yeah.
It's not
okay.
made
I see what
for
you're saying.
human. Like we're
Gotcha.
Just
Yeah.
the whole ecosystem's all fucked up. There's 20 plus million people here. And the Florida man, that's real. That's not like a joke. Like there are people.
Wait,
that are just,
hold on. The what? The Florida man?
the meme, the Florida man. Like they'll have like like a Darwin Award, but it's basically a Florida resident award. And they just it's just the most ridiculous, stupid shit. And
Gotcha.
but then again, it's a it's a beautiful state.
not.
Like it's absolutely gorgeous. The wildlife. I mean, we still have dinosaurs here, man. Like living, breathing dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was filling out the
Fucking
paperwork for my
alligators.
new
Crocodiles.
place, and he's like, this is a list of, for local emergency numbers, and it's like police, the fucking hospital, blah blah blah. And it's fucking the alligator man. I was like, is that in case I have an alligator in my yard? Is that who I call? He's like, yep, absolutely. I was like, okay, thanks, dude.
Yeah, dude, this place is the state is it is a crazy state, and I lived here for 12 years, and then I lived in DC and lived in Oregon for 20 years, and then I came back, and it's way more fucked up than it was when I left, and it was fucked up when I left.
I tried to keep it in order while you were gone, but
yeah, right. Yeah, good luck, right? So, and nobody, like very few people are from Florida still to this day. Like people are from New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Ohio, Iowa, Pennsylvania, New York, Jersey, East Coast, and then Michigan, Iowa, Ohio, West Coast. And it's, dude, I mean, this place literally had pirates in the in the 1700s, man. This was where the pirates were. This is all through the Caribbean and Tampa Bay and all that. That's all pirate country right there.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Tampa Bay. There isn't there. I'm terrible at sports.
Buccaneers.
But the Buccaneers,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's where. Is that where that kind of
That's where it
derived
comes
from?
Yeah, we just had
Holy shit!
Gasparilla, which is like
even
Mardi
think
Gras
that.
without the
Yeah.
religious overtones. It's just
that shit was fun. I used
Gasparilla's
to do that.
Gasparilla.
yeah, it's a celebration of pirates, dude. This fucking state has a gigantic multi-million person festival called Gasparilla. That all it is celebrating pirates and all the debauchery that pirates are supposed to have done. Yeah, man. Like people,
Gotcha.
Fucking awesome.
people go full on, man.
Yep.
Music scene here is insanely good. Like there's, especially in Tampa, but Miami. I don't know if you know this or not, and I think I shared this on our 420 episode, but Tampa Bay is actually the death metal capital of the world and has been for 30 years.
No way.
Like death metal bands come to Tampa Bay to record in certain studios because this is like,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's like it's like the Sweden death metal bands, they come to Tampa Bay to record.
Holy shit. Yeah. Just like grunge bands will go to Seattle or
Exactly.
or whatever, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then the punk scene down in close to where Jack grew up and south of where Jack grew up, that was a hardcore. It burned out. I mean, it was just fucking intense. And then Miami's obviously got bass and hip hop and Caribbean infused, just fantastic music. Tampa Bay also has this great Latin scene. big country music up in Jacksonville. Leonard Skinner is from Jacksonville, Southern rock band, probably one of the best Southern rock bands in the world ever. Yeah, it's a crazy state, dude. And I look at it from the eyes. Oh, Jesus Christ, right? What am I? That's how old I am right there. I'm married, right? Thank you, Jack. Let's bring that back. Let's get right to the root of it all. Jesus, yeah.
You forgot the most important thing about Florida.
That's right. Like
Right.
those are unnecessary.
If you think about it, it's just like one big island
Well,
that's attached to the
it would
United
be.
States.
There you go. Now
It's
there
a
you go.
broken down sandals resort, dude. That's what it is. But just as a state. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And there's
That's
just
what I see it as.
ridiculous money, right? Like I was riding around with my son Miles and got cut off by a Bentley SUV. Like, who the fuck's riding around Tampa Bay with a Bentley SUV?
Bentley SUV.
Yeah. It's fascinating. It's scary a little, but it's fascinating.
Scary because of the crocodiles.
Alligators.
Dude, crocodiles, snakes, and alligators, snakes, and spiders.
Alligators.
Snakes, and spiders. And
I don't go
sparklers.
outside the house. We have a cage
Oh.
around the pool. I don't go outside that. If I do, I got boots on and pants on. I grew up in New England, man. Worst thing was a garter snake up there. I moved to Florida. Yes, the tits and ass are awesome, unbelievable. But there's shit that can kill
There is,
you
yeah.
and fast. You know, Jack
We used
trying to
to,
have an innocent little acid trip goes into the water and almost gets chewed up
Seriously.
by a fucking shark,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Dude,
I assume.
that's the state. I mean, I get it in LA.
Yeah.
You got to watch the syringes in the sand and stuff like that. Like I get there's
Syringes.
other dangers. Yeah,
Yeah, razor blades.
yeah.
You know, tampons. I recently got not recently. Well, you get. I guess I could say it recently, but like
Scheme of the
like
universe.
right, an hour ago. What the fuck? No, like about a year and a half ago, I got.
Somewhere between an hour and a year and a half. Somewhere in that range. That's all right. I'm not good with timelines either, man.
I know he did say he was bad with time, but Gill, that's fucked up, man. An hour in a year and a half. That's some big difference right
little
there.
gap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, any way you look at it, like
Time is irrelevant, man.
See,
I
he did
guess
start out
maybe.
with that. Yeah.
He did.
Anyway.
He did. Okay. And he lives it. You know what, Jack? He fucking
go.
lives it, right?
That's right.
He says it. We're like, yeah, that's a cool saying, man. We all fucking, do shrooms. And then he actually does prove
Yep.
that time doesn't matter. It's an hour ago.
That's
fucking year
when
and a half.
it's going to be awesome when he gets to the point where he just says it confidently, right? He's like, sometime between an hour and
Yeah.
3 years ago,
I like
I
that.
had this.
Yeah.
Holy
dog."
shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
You
that
gotta
would
play
be
it straight.
that would be
That's awesome.
It's a great
Holy
opening
shit.
line for a book or for
Yes.
a podcast. You could just, dude, that right there. You have basically 3 years
Holy
worth of time.
fuck!
Told you. I
Yes.
told you. Jack does that shit. You see what I'm
Holy
saying?
shit! That's actually really good. Like it has. Holy shit! No, that's
The
Damn.
guy, Gill, do you understand the guy? I know we're on a podcast and it sounds like I'm just fucking his agent or something, but not fucking his agent, but I am
Yeah.
his agent.
Yeah.
Although I bet your agent is nice. I am
Yeah.
still
She
faithful
would-
to
she
my
would
wife.
Be hot. Yeah,
She would be hot if you had one.
that's right.
But that's what I'm saying, right? So, Gill, did you see that? Did you see how he did that? You just witnessed what
Yeah.
I get to fucking experience with this guy all the
that's
goddamn
fucking
time.
genius.
He is.
That's- Holy shit! Yeah, I'm writing that one down.
Now, the best part about it is, though, Jack will do that shit, and he'll fucking forget it in 5 minutes. And so it
You gotta
takes
write it
me
down.
to make a big production. So what you saw right there, and I have to do big production. We go back and forth, and there's still a chance. There's still a chance he forgets it. I'm not going to lie, Jack. There's still a chance, and then
true.
I'll remind him, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah," and then he'll pick it back up again. And then if it's a good idea, it'll keep coming back up. So we didn't have that over the break. We didn't find any one of those things
Yeah.
that
Right.
we tried to make one, and we
Yeah.
both knew we were bullshitting ourselves, but we didn't want to tell each other that we knew we were bullshitting ourselves. So we just played
Yeah.
along, but never did anything about it. But But we kept acting for fucking 6-8 weeks. Like, that, that idea. I've been thinking about that idea. And he's like, yeah, I was too. And we'd play around with it. But it was really just us making an excuse to not go back to the other podcast for a while. So this is our fucked up lives, man. We're not normal people.
No, but it's fucking, it's awesome.
No,
like
boring.
I would never see, the thing is, when you're a creative person, right, and it's just you, it's tough because you need somebody to bounce around ideas and not just bounce around and be a soundboard for that creative idea, but also have like a second input.
Build off of it,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Building off of it.
I couldn't do myself what you do. Like if I didn't have Tim, I don't think yeah, seriously. Like again, he just talks about all this stuff I add to it, but I'm
yeah.
He's right. Like I will come up with ideas and then I'll lay down and go to sleep, and
he does it all the time. I swear to God, he'll call me sometimes, Gill, just to tell me an idea because he knows he's going to forget it, but he'll know I'll remember it if it's a good idea.
Awesome.
Dude, I've known this guy for so fucking long. Like, dude, we have these things where like I said, we know we're bullshitting each other, but we're okay because we know we're making each other feel better about not doing what we know or not saying what we know is right. And then one of us eventually be like, dude, like, da-da-da-da. And the other would be like, yeah, I fucking knew, But you're right, man. Like, I can't, if I just by myself, Gill, I agree with Jack. Yeah. I think what you do is, and I think you do it well. Yeah. And I think it's why
it's getting to the point where I listen back like over and over and over and over. And I say this in the podcast too, like just, I use it as practice. Like what could be, my better question here? Like, what could have been my, like, easy quip here, And I don't know. It's just it's practice. Like this whole thing, even live, it's all practice. You're just rolling. Yeah. You're rolling with it.
No, absolutely.
Should be. You should be.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're just doing the same old shit, it gets boring, and it gets boring to the audience too. Gill, you did something. So you talked about Jack and that story that Jack told, and that brought you into Bad Counsel. And by the way, he does need to bring more of those on. So I'm glad to hear you say that.
Oh yeah,
but,
please. I
think you were talking to Brian from the Concerts That Made Us, and you guys were having you were kind of feeling him out. This was early on. This was probably maybe 30 or 35 for you. Like it was a while ago.
Yeah.
And you're just talking along. It was an awkward conversation. It was almost like cringy awkward. It was like, oh, come on, guys. Like, what's up?
Really? Okay.
But you did something that completely knocked my hat off. Like, I couldn't believe you did it. And it was the most beautiful move. And it was so beautiful because it was completely unexpected. And it seemed so awkward at first that I actually felt embarrassed for you. And then I felt embarrassed for myself 10 minutes later because I was like, this dude just cracked open this podcast and made a fucking hot fucking podcast. And you basically, you and Brian were talking along, you're both being very polite and respectful. You were both kind of nervous to talk to each other. It was weird. It was cringeworthy, like I said. And then, out of nowhere, you say, do you think the Queen is a lizard? Or something about the Queen of England being a lizard or a lizard Illuminati. And I was like, Gill, what the are you having a psychotic break? Like what fucking happened? Check him. Did he hit his head on the microphone? What happened?
Yeah.
But Brian went with you. And that is one of my favorite podcasts because where you guys go with this, and you somehow, through your questions, took and control of the podcast. Brian loved it. He wasn't upset that you did. But through your questions, and you created this wild, fantastic conversation that sticks with me, and that was almost exactly a year ago because I remember where I was when I listened to it. And that's why I think you're going to fucking rock. You just stick to your shit, man, and do what feels right. You got something.
Yeah.
You got something.
Sure.
I know.
Thanks, man.
Seriously. And
Thanks, Tim.
It works, and you do genuinely like try to find reasons to like your guests, and I just love that about you, because you do you really.
I'm fighting to like my guests.
No, because I think sometimes they say shit, and you're like, I don't know anything about that, or you know you. But
I'm just totally honest.
I know.
I think this, like, at this point, like, I'm just like, okay, like, you just got to be honest. Like, I'm not going to pretend I know exactly what anybody is talking about 100% of the time, because I can't. And I think it ultimately gives me, it gives, like, the listener, or maybe, I don't even know how to phrase what I'm about to say right now, but it gives me practice on just asking stuff, getting to know a person and seeing what they're saying. Because majority of the time when you have a guest and whatever they talk about, that's what they want to talk about. Like they don't want to know how your day is. Like they want to talk about what they want to talk
Gill,
about.
can I ask you, how's your day going, man?
Oh.
You said you had a crazy day, and I started talking about your T-shirt because I wanted to talk about your T-shirt. But how's your day, man? Are you doing okay? Things good?
I'm doing good.
Was work
Good.
tough?
Good. Like I said, I was getting the studio ready for I was getting the studio ready for live shows.
Right, that's what we talk about, porn,
Yeah.
and then his internet his intern
Porn
fucked
came
up
into the
sex broke out. Yeah. So
Always.
and I also talking about you, Gill. So you, first of all, you're one of the best big brothers I think Instagram has ever seen. So if that shit's real, if you're actually that cool, then you are
Best
one of the
Big
coolest.
Brothers. What does that mean? Best Big Brothers?
You have a little guy that you run around with every once in a while.
A little guy, like a tail? What are you talking about?
No, like a little person.
The fuck is he talking about, Jack?
You have
a little person?
Do you have a younger brother?
Do I have a younger brother?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have a child? Do you have a nephew?
I have a child.
Okay, so it's your child.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
so
little
not the best
little
bit-
Gill.
You're like the best dad, man. That's even better. Like it looks like you guys are always having good times doing things. You like food. You clearly like food, and you're in love.
Big foodie.
You're in love with someone who loves that you do the podcasting.
I'm in love with food.
Food. Don't you have
And
a
I
lady
have a
friend?
relationship.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And then you also like to travel. And you've traveled a few different places, and you recently traveled for your birthday.
Oh, yeah. Dude, San Francisco was wild. I can't wait to go back. Portland's wild. I want to go back, kind of. But I kind of want to go to Florida now.
Yeah,
like
you
all
should.
the stories that you guys were telling me.
Dude,
Holy
hey,
shit.
Florida also has Jeffrey, one of the fucking greatest
Oh, yeah.
rappers of all time.
Yeah.
Moved from L.A. to Florida. He's
Oh, is that the guy that you guys like tag and talk to?
Jeffrey,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, he
Is that
just,
the guy?
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
put out a new video, Batman. Check it out
Yeah.
on his YouTube bio. But anyway, yeah, dude. Like, Gill, you're a fascinating person, and I thought he was your little brother because I didn't think you're old enough to have a kid. Number one.
Okay.
And number two, I thought he was your little brother because you guys look alike. But that also could be another explanation that for some reason
Right.
I didn't think so. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. He's 10. I started young. He's my only one and probably will be the only one. But yeah, like him and I we have a great time. Anything we do. I just turn anything that we both do into something fun, no matter what it is.
that's
Make him
fantastic.
laugh.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time he thinks I'm like joking around with the stuff I tell him, but come on, Dad, just be serious. I love that. I
Let's go
love
run
that
across
line. She's
traffic
like,
on the bridge, son.
be serious. Be serious, dude. But
So at 10, you're not into the heavy
10.
subjects yet, right? Like, do you have to? You don't have to have in this world, right? So, Jack, you have 10-year-olds too, right? So you don't have to be
do.
talking heavy shit yet, do you?
oh no,
Okay.
not at all.
Close, man.
No, innocent.
Yeah, well.
Innocent for now. Right? Yeah. the first time I smoked pot, I was like 8, 9 years old or something like that. I can't imagine like the things that I have done.
No, bro. I know.
By 13 years old, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Like, who was watching me?
No one. Clearly.
No one.
I mean, I don't know what it was you did, but your reaction convinced me it definitely was no good. Yeah.
It was all in fun. It was all in fun. So, I mean, I'm back now. I mean, we're okay. I do a podcast with Tim and Jack at this moment in time. So
it all worked out.
No, it did. I'm glad that the internet got fixed.
Oh yeah, we
but,
were just about to give up on your ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, please give up on me. Please.
A matter of fact, when you listen back, I think I said at one point that I'm going to talk mad shit about you on our show when we record next.
Awesome, please. Back, so. Hey, any if it's bad publicity, then fucking it's good. Fuck it, whatever.
Wait, were you saying please don't work out or please do work out?
Both. I was thinking about like, okay, like it's gonna be a shit show. Even if I try to put all this audio and video together, fuck the video is fucked. Like I whatever. But I was trying to like do this so bad because I wanted this to happen so bad, and I was just thinking, just like, dude, chill out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then fuck it, whatever. Another time.
If it doesn't, that means that time travelers from the future came and tried to sabotage the show, and they were successful in doing so. So apparently, in that path,
it was
on that particular universe. What?
It was. They were trying to. He's going to come to Florida and get eaten by a fucking alligator. They were trying to stop that.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
fuck that.
See?
That would be sad.
Yeah.
But the one thing that would happen is
run
Gill,
zigzag.
With that fucking that shot to fame, he would become famous overnight, right? Because everyone that dies becomes way more famous. So
for
like
sure.
Jim Morrison, right? Exactly. Yep. So if you don't come to Florida, you'll have a slow burn, and by the time you're 50, you'll be famous. Or you come to Florida, you die, but you become instantly famous.
We'll make you successful.
But can I come back? Like, can it be like an episode of like Flatliners? Can I come back after a day? Like, oh, just kidding, I'm not dead.
I don't think after you get eaten by an alligator, I don't think you want to come back.
No, you know what would happen is
like a heart
Elon
attack is
Musk.
one thing.
Jack, he would be so famous that Elon Musk would offer to take all the previous Mindbuzz episodes, reconstruct a synthesized brain of Gill, and then reanimate Gill in a computer.
Wow.
And so basically,
like the Lawnmower Man.
Yes, and in that simulation, Gill becomes our buddy, but we have to carry him around in an old, compact computer case for some reason, because that's what Elon put him in. So we'd put him in like a shopping cart.
Can't we load him into the cloud, and then we could just log in and talk to him whenever we want? Just leave him in the cloud?
Because the way the brain actually is like he builds a brain. So then we have to, like, all our shenanigans would be pushing him around, and maybe we'd get a stroller eventually, because we'd be like, fuck this,
or a wagon.
The cart.
Wagons.
A wagon. We'd pull him in a wagon.
Would be cool.
Yes.
I like wagons.
Yeah. But we could, like, if he was being pissed off at us and saying shit, we could mute him.
Kick it. Yeah,
right?
or kick the wagon.
We could kick it, right.
Yeah.
Kick the wagon.
Right. But we always have him on because he's so fucking funny. He's got wry observations. We have to keep pulling him back from Pornhub because he keeps fucking going to Pornhub.
It happens.
We get him back.
Crashing the system.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, but with Gill, we're right here. Like, real life is right. Well, not real life because you're not real, but you're part of our life, which is kind of real in this particular simulation. So hang with us, and we'll have more fun, and then we reunite him with his. Yes. Yeah. So that's exact. Like in real life, you're the Matrix that they were trying to write about. Right. And then, so then he becomes friends with Keanu and dumps us.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because Keanu Reeves. Like, I would too. I would dump you for Keanu Reeves. But the
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Let's go to Florida. I'm all that. Me Meaning Keanu Reeves? Hell yeah.
That's how it ends up. That's how it ends. I didn't know it was going to end there. I just
Buckethead.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Can we call him Buckethead?
We can, but we have to sign.
Buckethead.
Carry
He
your head
has to
around a
give
bucket?
us. He has to give us all movie and sitcom rights, so we could
Yeah.
have a smash hit.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Jeff Bezos would sign
That's
us
fine.
because Elon made
Yep.
the brain, so Jeff Bezos would be pissed off, so he'd put us on Amazon
Yep.
Prime.
Wait, where did Jeff Bezos come in?
It would be
Well,
like,
because he was jealous of Elon.
Oh, okay. He wanted to
Yeah.
cash in too. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it would be like Alf, except he would be Alf, right? Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We would
Yeah.
we could actually
I feel
totally ape Alf at this point because no one knows who Alf is anymore.
That's true. That's a
So
good point.
it would be super easy. We wouldn't have to
That's-
think. We just
That's
do
my need
fucking
to bring it
heavy-
up as a reference.
right? Exactly. So then we would just, and that's fine because it would make enough money. We'd just like be set. Our families would be set. We'd do heavy party drugs and die not long after. I think, right? So
Sold.
yeah,
I'll take it.
I'm game. I'm game. Let's do it.
Well, you have to die, but
right. You have the hardest part with this live action
hard part's
reality
easier.
TV.
Yeah. And then there's always the possibility that Elon Musk doesn't rebuild you. And
I was
then
just gonna
the
say-
story ends there, just so you know.
Right.
We move on with our lives.
In this story, the only thing we actually know could truly happen is Gill getting eaten by an alligator. The
Right.
rest is all conjecture at this point. We
There's
hope
potential.
there's potential because we would definitely want Gill to be there with us, like to experience this with us.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
stuff. Good stuff.
Where did
I
Tim
tell you,
go?
didn't I'm right here. I just got to plug my
Oh.
computer in. I got to switch my camera. It's a little bit. It's going to be a little funky, but you said the video doesn't.
Okay.
It's not really matter, right?
Mm.
But see what I'm saying? What Jack does, like how he fucking look at that, man.
Yeah.
He just created a whole storyline there. He's
What, Jack? I have to send you some of the stuff I've wrote.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to get your input.
That's awesome.
Hills. Yeah.
For sure, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it would be sarcastic.
Oh my God.
As long as you can handle that, yeah.
What was that?
I said some of it will be sarcastic, of course, as long
No,
as
that's
you can
fine.
handle that. But yeah.
That's fine. I've had worse teachers and worse tutors. So
I've never been called either.
we're okay. We're okay.
We are okay.
But what I was getting to, what you're talking about, just the back and forth. Like it's to have somebody like that, like in a creative realm. It's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like I was reading this comedy book by Judy Carter, and she always references like a comedy buddy. Like do this exercise with your comedy buddy, whatever.
Did you say comedy
when
buddy or come on me buddy?
Both.
Oh, all right.
At first it was a comedy buddy, and then he became your come on me buddy.
Okay. Just
Things went
Yeah.
well.
my hearing.
Judy Carter. I asked Judy Carter. I didn't write it.
What's the comedy
But
buddy?
what was that?
What is that?
It so it's somebody that you like, you go in front of and you try out jokes with that person. Pretty much, you try out your routine, you try
Share
out your
ideas and,
share
concepts.
ideas. Do you
Yeah.
think this will work? What about this?
That's pretty
And
much what we do.
basically, I was telling Jack, I was like, dude, you guys, like all three plus Katy, that's what it is. Like from just a creative standpoint, you can listen to that podcast and just walk away from it and take so much material. Like there's so much material. It's fucking badass, dude.
That's Jack and Gregg.
So
That is
much.
like that. All joke that those. Two,
Oh, I know.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fun.
I know.
Just have fun.
But you reel it in, Tim. Like
Yeah.
you have
I'm the straight man. Like in the comedy set. Like that's my
Yeah.
role.
Jack. What's your archetype? we already established that Tim is the straight man. Jack, what do you think your archetype is?
I mean,
Play-by-play man.
Yeah. There you go.
And Gregg's the color commentator.
Yeah.
So in sports, you have typically two men in a booth, or two commentators, not two men, two commentators. So one's a play-by-play commentator, right?
Okay.
The action on the field, very rational, logical. And then there's the color commentator that brings in all the crazy stories. And the thing about Jack and Gregg is they can flip back and forth. So Jack could be the play-by-play man, which he typically is, naturally is. But then he'll flip to the color, right, with the crazy stories and all that, and Gregg will be the play-by-play. Sorry, Jack, I answered it. Gill, I'm sorry. This is your fucking show, and I go ahead. I'll shut up. Wait,
dude. You guys are the guests.
Yeah, I know, but
I have a note on here. The producers left me a note to shut up once in a while and let other people talk. They literally wrote that on my desk when I came in today. Shut up. These people came to listen to Jack and Tim, not you talking about mushrooms for another hour and a half.
That's not true. I come to listen to Gill. Actually, it's whatever you get out of your hosts, or whatever you get out of your guests is great. But you asked Jack a question, and I rudely interrupted Jack.
I totally forgot it. Like, your answer was just...
Yeah, he's much better answering questions than I am.
Forgot.
Serious questions. Like honest questions. Yeah, I'm better at making up the bullshit, but he's better at actually answering.
I just told him about this magical experience I had listening to one of his shows and how great it was, and all I do is shit all over. I just don't even let him fucking talk. I can't help myself. I'm just an idiot. Like, that's just stupid of me. So, Gill, please talk away, man.
I was telling him it's nice to be in this environment, like to have a microphone in front of me and not have structure necessary, and
How much of a Nazi is Tim during your guys' recording?
It's fucking ridiculous.
He's scary.
It is ridiculous. Like, we're friends, but the way this guy, like, unbelievable. You know who Bobby Knight is? The old Indiana coach, basketball coach? No?
Absolutely not.
He got in trouble for throwing a chair across the fucking court one time because that's Tim's almost like Bobby Knight. He's almost that harsh.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He doesn't let us get away with shit. Yeah.
And then plus, even if you do, like, he, at the end of the night, he has to do all the editing.
Yeah. Well, he usually takes out, that's why, because he does the editing, he can take out, like, I'll tell a joke, and then it'll be like, that was fucking stupid. Do better next time.
Holy shit.
But then he edits that out, and you don't hear it, so you think he's a great guy. Everybody thinks he's a nice guy.
Holy fuck.
But yeah.
That's like a...
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a whole nother layer of writing jokes. Like, if you're going to be, like, a stand-up comedian or writing comedy, like, say it in audio form first, fuck up for like about 3 hours and a half, and then come back, listen to it, and chop up all the parts that you fucked up on. To ultimately create something that's palatable.
Yeah, we call it
to
editing.
A 2-year-old.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot more of it, though. I will be honest. The editing that goes on now is very minimal.
It's hard.
It's very and it's just that the Jack and Gregg they're so they've got that rhythm, right? It's very easy. And then with the format of our show, it's an hour long, but any one of them could call back something that happened 15 minutes ago, and if I cut that out and they then they reference it. If it's if it kills the second joke, you gotta. So it's actually better to keep the half good joke in there if the ultimate joke is way better.
And it's not.
Don't you find that
like digging ditches is hard, but it's not something that we can do every time. Coming up with funny for every fucking question can be difficult sometimes. So there are definitely times where we get stuck and just kind of sit there for a second. If you listen, if you listen to the show, you'll hear it takes us a little while to get going. Sometimes you'll hear we kind of start out a little slower, and then once we kind of hit our stride, a couple questions in, then we're pretty good at that point. But yeah, we feed off each other. All of us, all four of us, feed off each other. That's again, something I enjoy anyway. Like I said, and it makes me I laugh more. I mean, you hear it. I laugh more during the time that we record that show than I do any other time during the week. Like it is my entertainment just as much as it is, yours.
Yeah,
and the affection is real. It's genuine affection. We have affection for each other, all of us. Like that part, and people really pick up on that. We do love each other. We we argue, we disagree, but there's just a lot of love.
Jack, it's interesting that you said that. Like you were saying, it takes us a while to get going on your show. On your show, like whatever what the fuck? What would you call it? Like your agenda? What like your structure of the show, right? Like
we have a script. Yeah.
Yeah, your script, right? So, you said that it gets you going. Like it takes you a while to get going. Mm-hmm. Same thing when I'm talking to another guest. Like I have to fill them out. Like I have to throw in things that may be relevant to them or may not. And if they catch on it and they run with it, I'll go with it. So that's why like I plant little seeds throughout like the beginning of the conversation. I just throw it at them if they're not biting. Okay, well I'll talk about Joe Biden or whatever. I'll throw that out there. Okay, politics is not their thing. Maybe I'll do like a quick cocaine reference. Let's see if they'll bite to that.
And you never know, right?
But
like everybody's a little.
You don't.
I started listening to your show from this last one, and I'll be honest. I didn't expect one of my favorite porn stars to be talking about unicorns and Pegasus right away. So I figured it'd be, sometimes you just get information out of people you didn't know was there. So it's awesome. That's one of the coolest things about this show. Actually, is like I said,
that was an interesting one.
Dig a little under the surface of some of these folks and learn a little bit more about them. Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I learned a lot about Tim and Jack in the last hour.
See?
Last 2 hours, if we're counting all the...
but what the fuck does time matter to you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean...
Time doesn't matter, yeah. And you didn't really learn that much during that hour because you weren't fucking here. So you'll learn it later.
He'll learn it later at a different time, Jack, right?
Yeah.
So,
dude, that's such a great opening. You
should do that from now on your show. You should bring the people on. You bring on the guest. You introduce them, and then you duck the fuck out for 30, 45 minutes. Just see what happens.
That's a great format. That is a great format, right?
Where the fuck did he go? What are we supposed to do?
What the fuck? And then you find out what they really want to talk about. Because I know what Jack and I talked about. You'll find out. But other people, so you don't even have to ask the questions. Then you can just come on. But you're watching offset, right? You're that's all part of the show. Like, that's how the show is structured.
Yeah. Yep.
And, but you can't let that out. You can't let that out. Like, people know, oh, he's probably going to, his computer sucks. He's probably going to drop off. He gets fucking yelling at his intern, all that shit. But then when you get so big, then it goes behind the scenes, and then people are like trying to impress you with it. And then it gets harder because then you have to fucking find. Then they want to try to make their own show like we did. We started a show on your show, by the way. We started the Tim and Jack show. Yeah. So that's what we did with it. Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on the rights, by the way.
And then I think one of the things you could do for your Patreon content is you could fucking comment on that 45. No, but I'm saying you should, because then you can comment on the conversation that's happening that they don't think you're hearing, but you're actually, all right, whatever. You definitely have a reaction to Patreon. Anyway.
What's your problem with Patreon?
Yeah.
They owe me money.
Oh, they owe you money?
They owe me money.
Oh.
Yeah. They took a way bigger cut than they're supposed to. At the beginning of the show than when they started noticing the different, they call them like interactions and reactions. Weird guys up in San Francisco talking about all this shit that they're telling me. But I told them, no, dude, like you can't, like we talked about 1% but then over a certain point of like interactions within the website, no, they totally fucked me over. So I'm just like, no, I'm gonna start my own app.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, well, that on your own app, right, called Gillywop. On the Gillywop app, right, your fucking content could be that you are commenting on
Sounds
those.
so gay.
Yeah.
This is the gayest app.
Gillywop?
Gillywop?
Gillywop.
I mean, it could be gay.
Gillywap would sound gay, but
Oh, there we go.
Gillywop is
Oh, okay.
See,
Yeah.
that was
I kind of like the gay one though.
quick.
Gillywap?
We figured.
Dude, who cares, man? What is gay in these days and age, right? Like, it doesn't
true.
fucking matter.
That is true. I've been
Fucking
trying to learn
Florida's
those fucking
wild.
lines for years. You know?
If Florida didn't make me think that way, man. Like, I'm just a low judgment type of guy. Like,
It was all Portland. No, I don't mean. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean that in a derogatory sense.
Sure sounded it. Jesus Christ. It's like
That
a
whole
rapper
time-
apologizing for the same exact thing, right? It's
I
like,
don't
no,
really
didn't mean
hate the
it.
police.
Yeah, right.
Let me apologize. No, no, completely non-derogatory.
I think that was actually the name of one of the listeners that we read. That's why. It was just that's why.
Dollywop?
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was Dollywop,
It
but
did sound
Gillywop just
familiar.
sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gillywop. Like,
Already, audio ad right there. I just heard it.
what's her name?
The Gillywop with the pop. Gillywop. You could have Gillywop pops. You could
Oh
have.
shit.
Yes.
Look at the
Merchandise?
marketing.
But
You guys make merchandise?
They would
too?
be
Jesus.
marijuana pops. So you
Yeah.
would sell
Oh.
Gillywop pops
Tim,
at
Jack.
the fucking because it's
That's
the
the way to
mind
do it.
buzz, dude. It's the fucking
I'm
mind
gonna make
buzz.
a fucking $1 million right now. This is $1 million fucking episode. This episode is for entrepreneurs,
Well, of course.
listeners of the Mind Buzz that are entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that's. Oh my God, the ideas that have come across Jack the last 30 years. Dude, Jack called me one time and he's like, this has had to have been 15 years ago. He's like, hey man, and like, hey Jack, we're talking, and he said, Marvel, man, like, I've always said that Marvel should make movies. They're gonna make movies. We should buy stock in that company. It's gonna be huge. And I'm like, comic books, Jack? Comic books? Yeah, fucking comic books, man. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fucking huge. We talk. We hang up. Jack forgets the conversation.
Oh man.
10 years later, because the whole time I remember this conversation, because I was the idiot, right? It was like, comic books, Jack?
Yeah.
Remind him. Yeah, I do remember that. Motherfucker. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. He's
that
this
was a
dude's
lucky
just,
call. Yeah.
yeah, that's one of many, dude. Do we want to start listing him off? No, I don't want to bore his listeners, but yeah,
There's definitely
I don't
been,
make you
I have definitely made a few calls to Tim and been like, hey, remember that thing we were talking about 6 years ago? Yeah, somebody's fucking doing it now. Like, remember that idea I had? I got lazy and didn't do anything about it. Yeah, fuckers did it, making money.
Dude, I always talk about this, and I'm gonna bring it up again about people having ideas, and if they don't have like a physical reaction with their idea, the idea doesn't an idea needs a host, right? It's like a virus. It needs a host, and if that host is not giving it what it wants with the idea will leave that person into the universe and gravitates towards somebody that's looking for a similar idea.
I like that, actually.
It's amazing. There's no really scientific proof that you can, really think about like that type of cognitive thing that humans do, but 10 times out of 10, like it happens. It happens all the time. Like, Jack, imagine if you would have, you got the idea and you actually ran with it. Like, how different that would have been.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's why, like, when I have ideas now, I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna do it. And if I fuck up, then I fuck up. Whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Move on to the next idea.
Good for you.
That's awesome.
I don't. I go to sleep. I go to sleep. After I get an idea, I just no.
Yeah. I started writing them down now, at least, like, for the most part. I'll throw it down, but then
Can't.
my biggest problem is the same thing when I was writing. Like, I like kill my own ideas. Like, I'm like, that's fucking stupid, you know.
Well,
but there's a lot of fucking ideas out there that somebody else said, thought that was fucking stupid, and then they made a bunch of money. So, do
you know who Scott Dickers is? He's the founder and writer of The Onion.
Oh,
okay. Okay. So he has these books out, and I'll probably send you the link. I've read 2 of his 3-volume, and they're about writing. They're about, like, writing, comedy, how to structure different, and it's all prose. It's not stand up or anything. It's prose. So if you're gonna write like a full length story book, but it's all comedy writing, and he has these whatever, like, bullet points throughout the whole fucking series that are fucking so palatable and so easy to digest and to use. But what you're saying about the fuck were you saying about? You're talking about fuck, I totally fucking forgot. Scott Dickers.
Who's Scott Dickers again? Oh yeah, The Onion.
So you were talking about
Tim, this is where you come in and save me.
You were
Please.
talking about ideas. You were talking about ideas and the visceral reaction.
Yes. That's what it was. Tim, thank you.
See? Thank God. That's what he does for us,
Jack.
too.
Thank you, Tim.
You
Jesus,
motherfuckers.
I need a Tim. I need a fucking Tim.
All right, so
on
now
the Mindbuzz 24 fucking
you need
7.
to cue "Beast of Burden" by Rolling Stones, because that's how I feel like about you two motherfuckers right now.
Okay.
Do you know that song, Gill?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
All right.
I finally know a song in a band that you are referencing, Tim. Thank you.
So back to
Please.
transference of ideas, Dickerson.
Yeah. Scott Dickers. Jack, you were talking about how like you're writing an idea and saying, "Oh, fuck that idea. It's stupid."
Yeah.
But he has this concept in there that's called your clown brain and your editor side of your brain. There's 2 parts. Sometimes when we have an idea, it should just be totally your clown brain that's taking the wheel.
Don't let the
That's
other
just
get
writing it
Yeah.
out. Not even outlining. Fuck punctuation at this time. Fuck grammar. You're just writing all your bullshit, all that stuff that just comes into your brain at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You're just writing that down.
That's scary.
From your mind to your arm to your fingers to your fucking pen that's writing everything down, or your keyboard, whatever you're doing, texting, doesn't matter. But what he is saying is you take all that information down, you write it under your clown brain, let that marinate for a couple days, couple hours, whatever, come back to it, and
An hour,
redefine it.
Whatever the fuck.
Year and a half,
decade, a
doesn't matter.
lifetime.
Take some
It's all right.
acid.
Yeah. Thank you, Jack. I was thinking the same thing.
You come back and you structure it so that way you finesse it. He calls it finessing, and you throw it through all the 11 funny filters that you do. But like he has a great. I love that concept because it constantly happens to me all the time. I have a little notebook that I have with me 24/7. I just write down all the fucking stupid shit that I think about, and I go back and finesse it to where it's. I mean, it becomes entertainment, which I mean, I don't know, because ultimately, yeah, it's really cool. Like ultimately, like you can't be too hard on yourself at the moment you're trying to be creative, because it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen like that. It's not fun. It's not fun, at least for me.
Fair,
like
right?
it's not fun.
Yeah.
You just want to write all the shit that you fucking think about onto the paper, you know?
Can you go to jail for that if somebody finds it? Like,
Mine, probably. That's why I haven't published anything yet.
so you write it down, then you memorize it, then you burn it.
You're like, yeah, Gill Billy Dally from the Mindbuzz, 20 years in prison. Oh, shit, they found his fucking journal. Found his journal.
They'll only arrest you if you did it, man. We're not there yet, right? We're not there yet, right? If you thought it, that's one thing. If you have to do it. It's funny, you said, I'm fascinated with the idea that if you don't have a visceral reaction or to the joke or to the comedy, then the idea didn't transfer, right?
Well, it's with everything. It's not just with comedy, with writing. It's with like actual like art projects. It's with writing books, poems, a specific genre of music that you thought of that you don't think that would have been, you know, something great. Like my friend Adam, he comes onto the podcast all the time.
Yes.
When Metalachi came onto the scene in, you know, a few years back, Metalachi, they mixed mariachi music with metal songs.
Nice.
So like they do like Sweet Child Mine, like Guns N' Roses. They do like Twisted Sister stuff, but all like mariachi music. Like they have like the full get up. They dress up like that. But the songs that they do metal songs, but in mariachi format.
I gotta check this out.
And that was a perfect example, because maybe about time doesn't matter.
Right.
Before that, he was thinking 7 years ago, our forefathers had brought to this nation that got concentrated. Concentrated.
Consecrated. You're right.
Yeah, consecrated, and that's all I remember. My fourth grade teacher used to, like, when we used to get in trouble, we used to write that over and over and over again.
God.
That was our But anyways, Kamala Harris aside, her speech, he thought about that starting a mariachi and metal type of thing. Like it's just stuff like that. Like it's just, you know, could have been something that he would have done. Probably not, because he's not a very good musician. Just kidding, Adam. You're an awesome musician.
Adam, if you're listening this far, dude, you're fucking amazing.
Yeah, right?
You're intelligent.
You are a good
You're
friend,
handsome. Yes, you are one
Intelligent,
beautiful human being.
handsome.
You sound great on the podcast.
Love him.
I love how you dismiss the podcast if it's so beneath you. Like you don't even
He
care.
does.
Yeah,
It's funny. He doesn't like me saying his like name on the podcast. Like
man.
he gets mad. Like he gets really, really mad.
So are you going to beep all the Adams we say? So if I say Adam, it's just going to be beep, beep, beep. Like, is that how you're going to do it? Or
that sounds like a lot of work.
yeah. Nope. All right, Adam. But I am fascinated with your idea of the transference, like that the idea itself needs to kind of impact another person. And
It does.
William S. Burroughs, this guy,
Needs to.
Do you know who William S. Burroughs is? The writer.
Burroughs sounds like a
He was a beatnik
Sounds like a
writer, but like he was the contemporary of Jack Kerouac, but he was a fucking huge heroin addict. And he wrote these amazing books, and one of them is called Naked Lunch, and it's about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's yes. Okay.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Naked Lunch.
That's him.
There's a line in there where William S. Burroughs says language is a virus.
Ooh.
When I read this, I
shit.
was 19, 20 years old. I don't know what the fuck that was. I mean, it sounded cool. It stuck with me.
Holy fuck.
But as I've started to think about ideas, right? And then you start to think about us and consciousness and DNA that we have, that there is an idea that we just basically are meat machines carrying around information, and that information uses our body, whether it's musically or through words or through voice or something like that to transfer information, right? And that actually that is the source of the universe, right? Is information itself. And that there's right now what's happening is these ideas, right, as we're getting more and more connected, they're starting to create more and more efficient machines to hold and transfer and communicate the information, right? So, it's interesting when you start talking about the impactfulness of an idea, because there are times where even Jack will say something like when you heard that the title for your next podcast, like he or your side cut podcast, right, or the one that you sell for $3 million to Netflix, whatever the fuck you do with that idea, and Jack gets nothing with it, right, Jack? Like again, it's a great idea, you get nothing.
That's right.
You had an impactful like it resonated for some reason. Something told you that made sense, right? So anyway, I really feel like I diverged way beyond, but Adam's still listening, so thank you, Adam, because I know you can follow me on that shit, because I've heard you do very similar things.
We go to wild things.
Yes.
Him and I. We can't, like the last podcast that we try to do. We did like 4 or 5 hours that I cut like 2 hours because it was just me being drunk at the first 2 hours of it, and I was just like, okay, oh shit, we're recording. Let's keep going. But no, he's like the coolest guest that I can have, because we do.
It's kind of fucked up.
The first time that we tried Kratom on the podcast, and that was back when we were doing live shows. We did Kratom, both of us, for the first time. Like, we tried it dry, and then we also tried it in some tea.
Did it fuck you up?
On the podcast. It made my lips numb and my nose like very itchy. But it was like a weird type of. It was like a caffeine high, like that weird. Jack, do you drink coffee or caffeine or anything like that?
Yep.
Yeah, Tim.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's like that, but it's just like a very different buzz. Just like when you smoke a joint versus taking an edible, you're still high off of THC, right? But it's not the same.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's just totally different high. You know what I mean?
What about
basically, that's what Kratom is.
You ever do salvia back in the day?
Salvia was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that was
It was terrifying. I thought it was a potato chip for like eternities. I swear, dude. I was like this with my arms, like in front of like a group of people. It was like 7 or 10 people, and I was just like stuck there. I was like, don't fucking touch me.
Group of people, bunch of people.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm a fucking chip. I'm a ruffle potato chip right now. If you touch me, I will fucking break. Don't touch me. It was weird. It was weird, man.
Fun,
but
isn't it?
That was a weird one. And I loved it how you can just go to any tobacco joint and just purchase this that.
Yeah. That was crazy.
How was yours? Did you did you smoke it in a bowl?
I did. Yeah, I smoked it in a bong, and
okay.
And like immediately, it to me
weird.
It was more like I felt like I was tripping. Like it was just a very short time. It seemed like it was 30 seconds. They said it was a little longer.
Kind of like a DMT kind of trip.
Yep. But I was I was out of it for a moment, and then sweating and shit, and it was way more intense than I thought, than anything else that I bought over the counter or whatever. You know what I mean? But there was no other than just doing it. You know what I mean? We did it, and then you felt it, and you're like, all right, I don't need to feel that again. I can do weed or coke or something else. You know, I don't need that. So it's just I'm just saying, there's options. That's all.
Potato chip. At least you didn't turn it into a fucking potato chip.
That's true. I've turned into some shit in my life, but not a potato chip that I can remember.
Yeah. I transformed into my dad and then my grandpa. And then it just went down the line. It was weird. Like, maybe that's why they tell you don't look into the mirror, because I looked into the mirror and that's exactly what happened. Like my face started transforming and I was just like, whoa.
See?
I gotta lay off this.
See what happened? I've said that once or twice in my life.
I gotta lay off this.
Whoa,
I gotta stop.
I gotta lay off this. No, you gotta get the whoa in there too.
Whoa, man.
Wait a minute, is this a 7-Eleven parking lot? Whoa, I gotta lay off this.
Definitely. I mean, that's what happens when Joe Biden like releases stimulus checks to millennials in Los Angeles. Like, fucking everybody starts tripping, dude. Basically, that's what happens. This is the government's fault. It was probably government CIA acid that we're taking.
Yeah, right, exactly.
What the fuck?
They're like, this
part
is
of
what
the
we'll do.
plan.
We're going to give them the stimulus checks, then we're going to sell the drugs to them and get the fucking money back. Then we give them that money next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tim, before we go.
Did you say that knowing that the CIA did do a ton of work in espionage in the acid world and actually?
Oh, yeah.
So there's a book, Chaos. I can't remember who the author is.
No.
Yeah. Are you,
Tom O'Neill.
yeah. Did you just have an orgasm, dude?
Did you come?
Like, what was that?
I think I did.
We know what his face
I
looks
come
like.
a lot.
It did. You almost had the face. You know, the oh. Like it,
Damn,
literally,
I
like,
fucking love that book.
Okay, so and not really understand. I had no idea Haight Asbury was
Holy
a
shit.
fucking CIA
What? Yeah.
operation. It was an op.
Fucking
it was
birthing
a psyop.
ground.
Yes.
Birthing ground for that.
So a huge CIA op. That
I'm hard right now.
yeah.
Keep going. I got a chub going, ladies and gentlemen.
Jack and I care about how your day went. Did you know that? We care about you as well.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Thank you.
You had said earlier.
Chaos. Tom O'Neill.
Yeah. That book was and how he wrote that over 20 years. That's crazy.
Did you finish the whole book?
Oh yeah.
Did you, by any chance, I listened. Joe Rogan had Tom O'Neill on the podcast.
Oh, did he?
And yeah, so I recommend going to check that out. But lots of fucking insights on that one. But dude, so I think Chaos was one of the last, because this was what the pandemic did to me. I started researching a lot of what happened in the 1960s. In the 1960s in general. So I read like Acid Dreams. I did. Ken Kesey, exactly.
Electric Kool-Aid acid test.
Yep.
Ellen Watts. I listened to whatever I can get my hands on. I read as much as I can get my hands on. But Chaos was just like, because it was so like relevant, because all these other books that I was reading were like in the the 80s, 70s, 90s, but he just like finished this book, and his research, like you said, went over 20 years, and it was like, damn, like all that stuff is still relevant to even like Los Angeles and Hollywood, to how things are happening now. It was fucking wild after I read it. And then not Chaos was the last book. I also started reading the Open Veins of Latin America. And the reason I brought that book up is because Alan Dulles was the longest reigning, I guess, like chief officer of the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
His name was in that fucking. His name pulls up on so many conspiracy books about the 1960s, about the psychedelic experience, everywhere. And when I found his name, like, it was in this book, and this book, and this, it just, everything just started making fucking sense through every different books and every different timeline. It was fucking phenomenal. Well, it was crazy. I had to stop.
Why? Why did you stop?
I had to stop. I was driving myself insane. Like, even my girlfriend said, she was like, dude, go to bed. Like, I'd tell her stuff. I'd be like, hey, like, did you know that, Cubans in the 1800s or whatever, like, they started mining the mountains in Cuba for sugar and then gold. And I was just like, it wasn't after they mined all the gold in Southern America and Central America, they started mining gold and sugar in Cuba. They stopped gold because they started mining all this gold out of all those countries. And after gold, they started using their fields for sugar. And Alan Dulles, he was the CEO of the fruit company in Cuba while he was the CIA head fucking president or whatever the fuck. So he was in Cuba in the 1960s operating this big corporation while he sat as a chair of the CIA. That's fucking fishy. Wow. Why the fuck would he be doing that? Especially in Cuba around that time. Tim, tell me that.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Dulles is, if you run the CIA, man, you got the keys to the kingdom. You know everything that's going on everywhere, right? And they're not supposed to be operating inside the states, but, what we see over and over and over again is they are. What I didn't know was Manson and his connection as an informant to either the FBI or the CIA, and that's why he was allowed to operate as long as he did, and they found bodies all over the ranch that he was at. I mean, that cult was killing. They were active killers, and that the county sheriff and the state police in California could not touch him. He was protected. You read any James Ellroy novels, they all take place in the 50s, late 50s, early 60s, and the connection between the government, the mob, and Kennedy's assassination, and because that is a conspiracy theory, I believe in.
Yeah,
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that's one. If someone said,
neither am I. I'm a conspiracy therapist.
You use it for entertainment, but yeah, and then just how how much this cover up actually. There's so many legitimate things that
it went deep.
Yeah,
it went so deep.
But the CIA and both the cocaine in the 80s and then the LSD in the 60s, and their attempts to infiltrate the what is it? The underculture, not the subculture, counterculture. Thank you. Is amazing. It's absolutely, and it's terrifying. And I'm glad your lady told you to stop, because you go further down that, it gets harder and harder to actually live.
It does.
Anywhat of a normal life.
Yes. No. Yeah. Absolutely. But what really got me was that Vincent Bugliosi, that was the prosecutor. Yeah, was the prosecutor. He wrote his narrative for this for everything, like how the story went, evidence and all the different stories that people told. They were feeding into the helter-skelter storyline without all this fluff. I love Chaos for the fact that it's helter-skelter and everything and more. Like it brings a different dynamic of that whole case that you would never know about unless you were actually there during the trials.
And it was stunning to me to find out, because I knew I knew Manson and his cult were just drugs and LSD, and the part of the rituals involved LSD, right? And the having the ladies perform sex acts on him, right?
Yeah.
But what I didn't know was how effective he was using LSD to hypnotize his subjects, and then those subjects went out and performed murder, and then the connection between the CIA and the involvement in the LSD, and then this basically an operation to get into mind control through the use of LSD and lack of or sleep deprivation and ritual and hypnotic effects. Like it was unbelievable, and the government was studying it and seeing how it worked. Right? It's just and the other thing. So you started talking about Ken Casey, writer of One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Casey, William S. Burroughs.
He was part of the MK Ultra project too.
He was actually one of the very first people to drop acid. He was part of that. And then,
but also he was part of. He worked. The reason why, I don't know. Look this up, internet. But what I've read about Ken Kesey is that he was actually part of the MK Ultra project. He actually was working in a mental illness facility where he got the idea to write One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and in that in the hospital that he was working at, they were actually giving people LSD. Mm-hmm. They were experimenting on them.
Yep, that's exactly right. And so he ran with William S. Burroughs, Ken Kesey, Jack Kerouac, who's another writer, another beat writer, and a few others. And they were called the Merry Pranksters. And that was the connection. They actually introduced LSD to the Grateful Dead. Yep. And then the Grateful Dead, went, on their merry way as well. But when you were saying you were basically reading the writings of people who were experiencing it, and then you progressed through, and then Chaos was like the definitive historical account of it. So you saw it from the inside through their words, and then you see it from the outside through the work that Tom O'Neill did. And I just thought, man, that's fucking unbelievable, because it didn't sound like you set out to do that, but that's exactly.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah. And I find that to be just fascinating and very cool. And I think it backs up what Jack said. You kind of got this old soul that for whatever reason, you consumed that in an incredibly interesting way, in a very deep way, and one that clearly has affected you as a person. So that's fucking cool as shit.
The cool shit is that I would never have thought that, of course, in 1969, this Charles Manson thing was just a huge fucking blow to the counterculture in the 1960s. This was like the end of the hippie culture in the 1960s. This was the tipping point, the nail in the coffin was the Manson murders. And I mean, even it was just weird. I mean, just this whole thing, the thing about with Brian Wilson, how he met the Beach Boys. One of his songs that he wrote, Brian took to the studio. Like, I remember listening to the book. Brian Wilson took some of Charles Manson material and took it to all the other guys and stuff, and they were listening to it. Yeah, actually, that's a great song. His song, do this. You listen to his version and then listen to the Beach Boy version. It's not simultaneously, but it's cease to exist. That's what he called it. And then the Beach Boys, they named it a different. It's on their 2020 album.
Never Learn,
which is another weird. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What is it called, Tim?
Never Learn Not to Love, because it had to be cleansed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but cease to exist, that's what originally Charles Manson called it. That was the original one.
Yeah, that's Allen Ginsberg is another one that was running with that group too. Yeah.
Came again.
Yeah. I reread On the Road recently, and I couldn't. It was just written by a 20-year-old kid, right? So when I was 20 and I read it, it made total sense to me. And now I look, I'm like, this fucking idiot, But Kerouac was so big in my life. His haikus are way better. Later in life, he wrote a bunch of haikus. Seriously, that's not a really bad joke. That's actually true.
How you guys doing on time? You got to tell me.
I got another 20 minutes max, and then
maybe
I'm dead.
I'm not sleeping these days. I get fucking a couple
You're
hours
not? What are you
sleep.
doing? You taking cocaine instead of
No,
sleeping?
man, I fucking wish, man. I'm fucking getting old. My fucking body's breaking down. I'm in fucking
I don't want to get old.
pain more than, I had an MRI this week. Got an MRI coming next week. Yeah. It's fucking bullshit, man. So.
Tim and Jack, you have to tell me, is it like truly, I want you to be honest with me. Is it really done like when you find the first gray hair on your balls? Like, is it done? Is it just downhill after that?
Define it.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Like your life.
No.
And your physical
Dude, I love getting
capabilities.
Yeah. No. It's weird because when I was, 20, I thought 50 was like old as fuck, right? And then now that I'm 50, I'm like, holy fuck! Like the people that were 50 were like as cool as me. Like, is that fucking possible? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like were they running around smoking weed and doing all this other shit? I just thought they were old.
Holy shit!
People.
Yeah, that's a good.
So
that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. It's just the physical part. Yeah, I beat my body up over the years, so I'm paying for it now. But other than that, it's
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Do you still?
I've got gray in the beard, and I've got a little tiny gray popping in upstairs. I don't. Yeah, I think that comes last, doesn't it? The pubes. I'm not sure.
Gray ball.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Ball hair.
But you shave that shit, right? You just shave it. You get the gray, shave it. You're like, no, I'm fucking young, baby.
You pluck it.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Wow. That sounds torturous.
No, I found my first gray hair in my chin, and I completely freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, no, and
honestly, like I had this feeling like just like my stomach just like fell into my ass, like that weird hollow, like oh my god, like I'm about to fucking come and throw up like at the same time.
Dude,
shit
you
my pants.
are
we know
entering.
that.
You're entering.
Wait, did you say I'm about to come and throw up at the same time? Is that what?
Is that what he said? I was going to try to say something profound, and that's what this dude's running underneath my talk track. He's talking about what was it?
Wait a minute. Who's refilling your beer? Is that a beer? What are
Yeah.
you drinking? Who's refilling it? It was empty a minute ago. You got your
It's
fucking
actually
interns
out
come
of
in and fill it back up for you?
Oh, Mindbuzz. Look at that shit.
Oh shit! God,
It
damn,
looks
this
a
guy
lot
has
cooler
some shit
when
together.
when there's
I
like
know.
beer on
I
there.
know.
Yeah.
Apparently, we came on for free. We didn't even ask for one. I guess we
That's
could have
right.
asked for one, but
When
know.
I grow
Ask.
up, I want to be Gill.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
hook you up. We have pins now. I see. This is what's shitty about Mindbuzz Media. Just kidding, guys. You guys are okay. Don't cry. Juan, shut up.
Oh, man, he has a Juan on the team.
Yeah.
Come
Juan,
on, man.
It's Juan and Libby.
Juan and
They
Libby.
helped me out. They helped me out. They fucked up my internet at the start of this thing, but it's fine. You guys are okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. We'll get your kids to daycare tomorrow. It's fine.
He's such a.
Please don't pull out
okay.
the steak again.
That kind of
Yeah.
it kind of makes me like Gill Lesson way more to know that off
Yeah.
mic he's a fucking asshole,
Yeah.
right? Because like on mic he's so kind and generous and nice, but then to hear him yell at his interns,
Kind of like
that
you.
is-
Oh yeah.
I do seriously. Just so you know, I cannot look at my phone or show my displeasure with my face when these guys are answering the questions because it fucks them up. That is true.
Yeah.
All the other shit Jack said is not true. So
Yeah,
whoever's
that's
listening
that
at this point, you know the truth. That was Jack
Yeah.
lying. But
part. Yeah. Generally,
who the
most
fuck-
of the time.
should we put like a maybe a mental health number? Maybe read it out audio if it's not video for anyone who is listening to this point on this podcast.
Okay.
Because I'm a little concerned about them making it this far with this
Yeah.
conversation. And even so, if they're understanding it, even worse, they may need to get help. They just may need to get help. Maybe
Gotcha.
detox. I don't know.
It's a good market.
We should market that.
It's a good
down,
market. Detox market. That's hot. That's hot right now.
It's
and
hot
it's
right
okay.
now. It's so sexy.
You got to advertise for that, man. It's your target market, right? Like it's your target market.
Mental illness is my target market. Got it, Tim.
I'm not making fun of mental illness. I'm just saying that if you're gone this far with us, than you may need just to talk to somebody. Just work through it. You know, mental health.
I won't listen to it this far when I listen to it afterwards.
Tim, Jack, what's up?
Oh, we starting?
This was fucking fun.
Yeah. Time to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim and Jack from Bad Counsel.
Did we do this whole thing backwards? Was this a whole? Is that going to be another play on time? You'll actually
Benjamin
run this
Button's
backwards.
fucking podcast. Yeah.
Right. It started out in the ether, and it just came right back to this one starting point. Right? It was reverse entropy, which we know cannot exist in this universe, but somehow Gill was able to rip open the space-time continuum and create a wormhole that went from then to back here as we move backwards in time in this show.
Real quick, before we go, Tim, I needed it. Before we go, hold on. Jack, hold on. Tim,
wait, you got to say that differently. Before we start, right? Because remember, we're going backwards.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting ready to come,
Entropy.
not leave. Yeah.
What?
It'll make sense once you listen to this if you're stoned all the way through this episode.
It won't.
Before we start, I need to hear your take on the simulation theory. Just real quick, a synopsis. We'll go into that, and then
Nicholas Bostrom, right? I read his book, or actually paper on the simulation theory. I think it's got a lot.
There's a paper.
Yeah, he's a philosopher. He also wrote a book on how to be safe after the singularity happens and how we can.
What?
Yeah, so he's a really cool dude. But the simulation theory basically posits that if you believe that one of three outcomes for humanity happens: one, we destroy ourselves, we don't exist; two, something kind of reduces us to kind of go back in time, a major plague or something like that; or three, we continue to progress technically, that it's pretty easy for us to understand that we would in very short time be able to start producing environments that are realistic, right? So you've even got Facebook and Disney and ESPN all betting big money on the metaverse, right? So that it's starting to be built, right? This immersive reality, and it's just as computing power continues to improve and efficiency on energy improves, you can make more happen with less energy, and it's gonna. That basically, if you believe in that path, then at some point, computing power is going to be so inexpensive and so powerful that you can create millions of simulations, right? With all different kinds of laws of physics and all these things. And once you start to think about that, the chances that we're actually the 1/4,000,000th chance that this is the actual life that leads to the simulation is so low that it's definitely we are in fact living in a simulation.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix is about the simulation. That is exactly it. Nicholas Bostrom wrote his paper after that. But
he did.
And I could have if you're a philosopher and you're listening, I'm sorry I just shit all over the whole field of philosophy. But that's in its at its core, that's what.
Imagine his paper is just like word for word dialogue from the Matrix. It'd just be super hilarious.
Yeah, it would, and then it wouldn't, right? And then it would actually prove the simulation. Like then there's a lot of people that think of stuff like you go into a bookstore, right, or a library. And there's still some bookstores around.
They have those, yeah.
But you look at the enormity, the number of books, and you realize there's no way you could physically read all the books.
Right.
So, but you're like, okay, well, let me go pick a random book.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of pick it and open it up. But, that it's going to have writing in it because the simulation, right, it's written in there that it is. But the other books are just filler. And so but then you get into the mechanics of a potentially a deterministic universe, right? So basically what that's saying is, you're aware of this, right? So that basically
I'm not.
If you had enough computing power to measure where everything is at this moment, you could then fast forward and reverse time, right? So because if you knew the exact position of every atom at this moment in this world, then you could posit what happened a second before, and then you could go and you could run that simulation. There's a great show on Hulu called Deuce, Dues, and it's written by the same guy who wrote the book Ex Machina, and he's a big believer in the deterministic universe. And basically, there's a computer that then can actually run simulations forward and backward in time, and so they could actually go back to the to the time when Buddha was sitting under the Bodhi tree, and it would actually be an accurate simulation because everything in its place. But what that means is that we don't, no matter what we do, it feels like we actually have agency, that we're making a choice, but ultimately it is absolutely destined to have already happened. So
that makes it a lot easier when you make decisions.
So you don't have any free will. Sam Harris is another one. He's got a great podcast, and he's really bought into the deterministic universe and talks about our inability to be completely random. Yeah.
Is he an atheist? Is Sam Harris an atheist?
I believe he is. I think. I don't know.
That name just
He's a kind of a modern day philosopher, but that's well, fellas, that's my thoughts on quantum mechanics and simulation theory. So there you go.
Guess which one of
so
us
who
is
was
the
the guy
smart
that
one?
wrote the? Who was the guy that wrote that?
Wrote what the Duos and Ex Machina?
Yeah, the paper. No, you said that he wrote
Bostrom.
the paper after. What was that?
Nicholas Bostrom, Bostrom.
Okay.
He's a Brit. Actually, I think Rogan
related to Marv.
I think Rogan. We're all related to Marv in some way or another.
They're all related to Marv.
Yeah,
they all look the same.
It's a small
Just kidding,
island.
Marv.
So he was on Rogan. Bostrom was on Rogan. It wasn't as good actually. Lex Friedman's show, Bostrom's on there, and it's much better.
That one's better.
Yeah, because they get into a 3-hour discussion about the philosophy of super intelligent.
I've been sleeping on that guy. Like you told me, I listened to a couple, and then I got to get back into him.
You talked about the technique of interviewing, right? How do you hone you? He has grown like just as you have.
Yeah.
And his technique, and he really gets the guest, and he talks to these really heady, deep thinkers, and does a great job of it. You guys both have a presence on the mic, which is really good. So, anyway, I
gotta work on my questions. Like my interview skills are they're rusty. I need to go back and tie in.
Hey, buddy, is that the clown talking or is that the editor talking?
Yeah.
That's the motherfucking editor.
Yeah, shut that shit down, dude. That's fucking bullshit.
Bitch.
Yeah.
I told
Bitch
you,
ass editor.
dude.
Yeah,
in
be
my
loud.
opinion,
dick
right?
out.
When you asked those questions, when you blew my mind, when you asked that question, that's what you were doing, right? When you asked Xander and Stone if they watched the new Transformers movie or something, you were just throwing it out there. They didn't pick it up, right? But don't do something.
Dude, that was that was great. Actually, who is it? They asked me back. They're like, "Oh no, I didn't watch it. Did you?" No, I didn't watch it.
Like,
Then why would you ask that question?
Yeah.
They're not going to let you live
thought
that
that was
down, man.
pretty funny.
No, he threw me under the bus on that one.
No, you don't fuck around with those two, man. They're professionals.
Fucker.
Like they will they will fuck you up.
I didn't fucking watch that movie. You fucking Shia LaBeouf. Fuck that guy.
I was kind of on their
Jack,
side
Tim,
on that one. Yes.
We're just about 2 hours. Tell us where we can find you, Jack and Tim, Bad Counsel. Tell us all about it. And I can finally leave you guys alone.
So, Adam, you can find us at Bad Counsel on Instagram. And
I just got a great idea right now.
see.
I won't tell you. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to show you.
Okay. He's finally going to take
Okay.
that shirt off, Jack. So then we asked you to take your shirt off at the beginning of the show, but you were freaking out about your internet. So,
Yeah.
and then, so it's just a little miscommunication.
Yeah,
Or maybe the
little-
internet stuff
little
happened at
interviews.
the end of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, while you're working
It
on your
did.
interview
It was at the
skills,
end.
Right.
when you ask
Right.
the guest where to find them, then you should shut the fuck up so he can finish, okay?
Wait, are you talking to me or to Gill?
Oh, I'm talking to Gill.
Oh, okay.
He's talking to both of us.
Now who's being the editor? Yeah, dude. Like on any fucking platform, we have we have a hot logo. You check it out. You almost burned your fingers when you pull it up on your phone.
Sexy.
It's fucking sexy as hell. It means nothing. It just looks fucking awesome. Like,
It's pretty badass. I like it.
It is so badass. Jack, how long did you and I spend on picking that out? Was it 2 weeks?
It was a little
We spent a
bit,
lot of time.
Yeah. Yep.
But we knew what we wanted. We got it.
Sonny Crockett. Yeah.
Fucking badass, yes. Miami Vice. Definitely has Miami Vice vibes.
Miami Vice vibes for sure.
Yeah,
like Vice City, Grand Theft
So,
Auto type stuff.
as you begin this show, you already promised me you were going to put no fat burger on the front. So now you have to begin this with Living in the 80s by Killing Joke, because both Jack and I really did live in the 80s.
Yeah.
Will Spotify let me do that?
No.
Look at those people.
Oh, Spotify will. If it's on Spotify, they won't ding you for that.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it.
Ask your interns.
No, I asked them.
Actually, tell them to fucking do that for you.
I actually told them. Libby already left because she was talking about her fucking kid.
She was crying.
Go,
Yeah.
just go. That kid is dragging me down.
There's
too.
no crying in
Okay,
podcasts.
Libby, just fucking go.
I love Gill off
Libby.
mic. That's
God
fucking
damn it.
badass.
Go ahead, Tim. What were you talking
I
about?
was just saying I love that. It's badass.
Bad Counsel,
You off
Tim, Jack.
Bad
Yes.
Counsel. Yep. Every
Oh,
Wednesday-ish.
yeah.
Right? Yep.
Wednesday.
SEL.
Every
Wednesday-ish?
Wednesday. Yeah, I don't think we've missed a lot of Wednesdays,
Yeah, no,
actually.
we have actually. We've been pretty consistent. Yep. Except that
Oh, I
one
thought
time
we
that
have-
we tried to record while Katy was fucking in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Oh, Jack was telling me about that. How fun was that, dude?
It wasn't fun.
Tim, as a producer of the show, I wouldn't want to hear your feedback on that because I heard it was just a fucking
sucked.
terrible nightmare.
It sucked. It was a terrible nightmare. It was horrible.
This one's gonna be fun. Nothing's edited.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
This is a
Anything
mess.
else?
This is going to be a fucking mess.
Can I
for you.
fucking just close this out? No, it's
Fucking
good. It's
should.
good.
Let's
Yeah,
open
I
it
thought
up,
you
dude.
should have
Not-
fucking 30 minutes ago.
No, yeah, because remember, you recorded this backwards, but you've somehow found a way to make our voices say the same exact things but move forward in time. So we're going to open this sucker right now.
Yep.
Boom. That was another one. Thanks for listening. You can catch all the videos on Mindbuzz Media on YouTube, except for this one because this is just for audio, just for you, Spotify. And we're gonna play the songs. Jack.
Jack's glorious looks would break everyone's cameras if they saw
That's
it. So
right.
yes, it's probably. But that's why the audio didn't work. We knew that. So
It was fun.
Cool.
We had a good
That
time.
was
Thanks
another
for having
one.
us.
Fucking
thank you.
MB077.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tim and Jack.
Nice.
Double
Appreciate
sevens,
it.
baby. We love
Cool.
you, Gill. We love you a lot.
All right.
Man.
Yeah,
Love you
man.
too. All right, guys.
Keep
See
doing
ya.
it.
Dude, thanks,
Keep doing
dude. Be good.
Bye, brother. Well, he was tired.